so it's not in our.
So can you guys introduce yourselves and the parts you play?
Hi, I'm Constance Marie. I play Camilla Winograd Diaz.
And I'm Angelique Cabral, and I play Becca Diaz.
And I'm Rosa Salazar, and I play Alma Diaz.
You wish. Yeah, right. Take that.
Okay, so we get along most of the time.
Can you tell we're a family?
Wait, where are we looking? There?
I don't know. It's all very confusing.
Okay, well, how about we split the difference in the middle between their shoulders?
So what can you tell us about season 2? Any secrets? Anything you can divulge?
A lot of secrets.
Without getting into
That's
trouble?
actually what the second season is all about, is secrets.
It's actually
It's
true.
about unraveling the whole thing, the relationships
We really can't say
unraveling.
much.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I watch it, I think about my own family and how much there is to uncover about our own
Yeah,
story.
oh, for sure,
Right.
for sure. I know there's so many stories there, and I'm so disappointed. Or that's maybe not the word, but my grandparents have passed, so I don't have a way. And I know that we've all dealt with some passing people, and it's so sad to me that I won't know those secrets, or it's up to me to go find them now.
Right.
So
Yeah, and there's so much that we don't know. We didn't really know how much we didn't know before, and now we do, and we're irritated because we can't go back, and we don't have the time travel ability, which is really frustrating.
such a bummer. But I would say season 2 is like, whoa, like everything you think about season 1, you're like, oh, what? So kind of.
It's up to level in such an insane way. I mean, like, Hisco says this all the time, and I think it's so appropriate. It's like in season 1, we didn't really know what we were doing. I mean, this was like a very new endeavor, and he talks about how it was like building the car, while driving it.
Right.
And now season 2, we're such a well-oiled machine. It's like a Lamborghini, and we're just off and running. And you can really see that in season 2, because when I was watching it, I kept turning to my friend going like, this show is unbelievable. How often do you do something where you look at it and you're like, this is amazing. What a feat. And I think that the other word to use for season 2 is expansive. It is incredibly expansive. If we're just dealing with like, a dip into the universe here, a dip into the cosmos there in season 1, we are going through all threads of time, space. We're all over the globe. We're going into all of these different generations and generations.
Oh my
God. Oh yeah. Fans are going to freak out.
The ante in a real way.
And here's the best part. There's no skipping ahead. It starts where it left off.
Exactly.
Which everybody, don't you hate that whenever you jump so far ahead and you're like, wait, where were we? No, that exact moment with the light coming up on her beautiful face, that's where we start.
I found myself just like getting so into it that when the light came up and then it ended, I just slammed my computer down. I was like, no!
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's so binge-worthy for that reason.
Yeah,
You're
truly.
just like, holy shit.
I mean, that's the only unfortunate thing is because the artistry and the complexity and the way that it's made, it takes a long time to make it. So you're waiting and waiting desperately to find what happened.
We were all sitting at the opening of that cave for quite some time.
Yes. We feel you. We feel you.
For 2 years we've been sitting there.
So you obviously all get along so very well.
No.
No, not at all. Never mind.
I got a couple of restraining orders coming up.
I got some notes.
But you guys explore like intergenerational trauma and all these familial issues. How do you guys go to that place when you're portraying these broken characters?
We cry a lot.
We cry a lot. It's like therapy.
Yes.
I think we have immense trust with each other. I would say they're my favorite people, and I'm getting chills talking about it. I would literally never do this with anyone else. Like, it's also my favorite job I've ever had. Same. I don't want to ever do anything else.
For me, I do want to do it.
Well, I do. I'm available. Check my available.
I mean,
Hashtag
30 years in the business, that's got to keep going.
She's like, well,
no, but what I love about it is that it's not just our characters. It's not just the characters we play or us as actors. It's everybody, and it makes everybody think about their own generational trauma, their own mothers and fathers and grandmothers and great-great-grandmothers and all the things that they endured and that the legacies that has passed on. And if we're okay passing that legacy on to our children. I mean, it really sort of like puts it all into perspective that we're all on this great timeline, however you want to measure it. And what part do you want to play in this, and what has been put on you, and what do you choose to pay forward?
Right.
You get choices.
I mean, it's just a gift for us because it's all of those things. It really is like we get to really explore the human condition,
Right.
what
Together.
it means to be
Right.
alive together. I mean,
On set.
this isn't a check. You know what I mean? Although, thanks, Papa Prime.
Yeah,
It is a check.
Prime Daddy.
To be it's Prime Daddy to be getting paid to do such real work.
Yeah.
Like this feels like
Real
the
work.
real work.
This is real
feels
stuff.
like real art that we get to make, and it isn't always like that. So to be able to do it is a blessing, but it does come with its emotional weight. Where there's just days where like Angelique and I are like, ooh, you know, because we only have each other.
Right.
We don't have lights.
like
we don't have
desperate for each other.
Sets. We don't
There's
have.
no distraction.
It's literally what is being generated.
Which can be very hard because there's no distraction, right?
Yeah.
Like because you literally can only do the work.
You
But
can't
also-
fake
yeah,
it.
but
You
it's also
can't
you
fake
can't
it.
fake
Kate is, Kate and Bob Walker. They are. They're geniuses.
Right.
And so they give us the scripts in order to contextualize that feeling, so we don't feel like we're just digging in the dark for these, big moments, these big epiphanies. Like they give us the roadmap, so all we have to do is feel our way through it, which can be difficult, but it is such a gift.
Yeah. But I can't
Such a
imagine doing
journey.
this with someone that you didn't trust.
Absolutely.
Like you couldn't do this show
sure. No.
if you didn't have ultimate trust between each other.
Absolutely.
We're literally each other's lifelines.
Absolutely.
You guys draw on your personal lives to bring that out, bring a little bit of the thing on.
I do.
Oh, for sure.
I do.
What's happening in your real life?
Oh yeah, baby.
Yes. I mean, what is
Yes.
the point of any of the trauma, history that you've lived through that may be good or bad? What is the point of having that if you can't use it to create and have some impact in the world and put out a through line from one human to another, to an audience member, to a fan, to whoever, that we're all connected by this traumatic string. I mean, I don't think anybody gets out of this alive without any trauma.
And this
What
story,
makes the show so real.
yeah, and this
Because
story
you can
deals
see
with,
that you're drawing from your own personal experience.
it's dealing with some big topics, and I think that you can't be a human being without having dealt with some of these topics, and they all come out in this show.
It can be traumatic and dangerous to do this job. Sorry, Ben, but it can, because you.
Healing.
I'm an intensely, as these women are, curious individual about my own existence, and this show asks you to keep scratching at that more and more and more and more and more. So you really need to have some sort of outlet, some sort of therapy, some sort of process that you do of healing, some meditation that you do, because you can scratch it and you can go a little too deep, and I think you can lose yourself, and that's what almost happens to Becca in the second season.
Right.
And what happened to Geraldine way back when is that if you scratch, you can lose yourself. The only difference between us is that Alma isn't afraid to take that deep dive until we realize at the end that she's done so many threads out. She never did any threads inward.
Yeah.
And I think if we were lucky enough to have a third season, that is the real. We would start to journey through the universe, the cosmos within.
That
Which
would
is
be
just as
something.
expansive.
Yeah.
Agree. That would be something.
That'll be something. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.